Welcome back. Welcome to everyone, particularly to the newcomers. Today we start our English conversation course for the academic year 2024-2025. Usually, at the very beginning of my first lesson, I make a short introduction of myself, and also I will ask the newcomers to make a short introduction of themselves. My name is Giuseppe Celia. I was born in South Italy. I moved to Milan in 1968. I was a very lucky person because a few months later I was hired by Alfa Romeo. And I worked for this company for more or less 20 years. I changed my job during my working life, and I was very lucky because in the last maybe 10 years or less, don't remember exactly, I worked into the information technology department. I had a chance to work on a very important project. I had a successful career, and I became a manager of the software development inside the information technology. Anyway, I should be grateful for Alfa Romeo because I had an extraordinary professional experience, a wonderful career path, and now I'm a retired person. I retired, to be precise, in 2004, and since that period I start to share my passion for the English language with other people, and I start to do so at Unitre University in Milan. Now it's the fourth year that I'm here, and I have a chance to share my passion for the English language with you. I have a short presentation about my English course, and I want to share it with you. So, my English conversation course is supposed to be an advanced course, English course. So, we already know that the advanced learner of the English language have achieved an important, milestone, an important goal, because they have moved from being an intermediate student at the intermediate level, and they have become a competent user of the language because they are familiar with different activity, and often they know what they like and what they don't like. They have a strong opinion of what is worth and what is not when they have to do something. At their level, at your level, many of you, you are able to communicate comfortably in English on a wide range of topics, and you can do it without a relatively little of the sort of hesitation that is quite common at lower level. I want to clarify one thing, to tell you that this English conversation course, its aims is to satisfy not only you as a student, but also myself. And the main reason is why, because, this English course offers an engaging topics, with authentic material, interesting topics that, we can really bring to life throughout our course. At the same time, this course offers a comprehensive focus, vocabulary, pronunciation, listening practice, and all this stuff. I'm very, very happy to do this activity, let me say. At the same time, as the name of my course suggests, speaking activity are prominent, but not in the expense of other core skills like reading, speaking, listening, and so on. So let's start to get into some detail of my course. In order to improve your spoken English, you need to, to get confidence with the language. So confidence is a very important element if you want to learn a foreign language. And this is particularly true for the English language. I can tell you that this is particularly true. Some learner can be, find himself with some kind of a feeling of worriness because, he or she thinks that is going to make a mistake. What is important here is to try to relax in order to sound more confident. And how can you learn to relax? You can do it if you practice the language, if you use the language quite often, because the more you practice, the more you get familiar with the language. And you will get confident when you speak English. Another possibility that will help you to, to relax is to try to talk about something that, you are interested. Every learner of the English language has two main goals. The first one is to speak fluently, and the second is to speak accurately. Being able to speak fluently means, being able to communicate your idea, to express yourself using the language without having, without the need to stop to think too much in order to find the word that you need to express yourself. And speaking accurately means, be able to speak without making any kind of a mistake, grammar error, vocabulary, or misspelling some word. And also have a good pronunciation, a comprehensible pronunciation. So, what is the first step towards improving your spoken English? Is to recognize what is difficult for you and what is easy for you using the language. It's important to notice any kind of a mistake that currently you can make, or to realize whether or not you sound slow when you are using the language because you are searching for the word or you try to correct your possible grammar error. Fluency is very important, but it's extremely important to um, be able to be understood when you speak English, to allow people who are listening to you to feel themselves comfortable, to want to listen what we are talking about. So you have to work on the problem that you have noticed in order to improve your spoken English. In order to be fluent, to be confident when you speak English, it's absolutely important to enrich your vocabulary because vocabulary is absolutely important. If you have a wide vocabulary, you can find the exact word that you need in order to express yourself. And that will allow you to be a confident and a fluent speaker. Many learners may feel that they don't know enough words. And this can be a very serious problem because this may affect the confidence, or may affect, I should say, confidence of each speaker. So the problem is how we become more confident if we don't know enough words. In this situation, you need to think for a while. You need time, a bit of a time. And also, you can ask the listener in front of you to help you because it's difficult for you to find the appropriate word. In this situation, you can you can practice your speaking with your partner, with the person who is speaking with you, and he might be able to help you, suggesting you the correct word you need, at the precise moment you ask help. Another technique is to paraphrase. You are saying something, but you don't remember or you don't know the appropriate word you need to complete the sentence. So you can paraphrase, which means that you use other words in order to explain what you want to say. Why is it important to improve our speaking skills? It's important because learning how to speak English can be measured in terms of ability to carry out a conversation. It is also important, to have the opportunity to speak English with other person. Otherwise, you may get demotivated and you're going to lose the interest for the language, the interest, to learn a foreign language, to learn English. So you are lucky to be here in this English language classroom because you have the opportunity to practice your speaking, your listening, your ability to use the language, and you can do it with me, with your colleagues, with your classmates, and you are also lucky because in this classroom can be fun, to speak English, and because this is a dynamic place where it's a good thing for you to be here. Speaking is fundamental to human communication. If you just compare how much you communicate speaking with other people, with your family, with your relatives, with your friend, with communicating, writing something. So in our daily lives, in other words, most of us speak more than we write. So the main goal of our language course is to give you a chance to enable you to communicate in English and to, practice your speaking skills in the classroom. What we are going to do? We are going to do so many things in this English course. We will share new way and vocabulary to communicate in English. We will develop a wide range of vocabulary because this is a key to increase your communicative effectiveness. We will discover fixed phrases because this is a key to increase your spoken fluency in English. Just to give you an example, on the other hand, one size fits all as a matter of fact, and so on. So, an extensive understanding of words and phrases helps a learner to become more confident, also when they read or when they listen. Why is it important to develop a range of vocabulary? Think for a while. I will tell you. The Economist conducted a study most with adult native speakers of the English language, and they took a vocabulary test. So the finding of this test is that from 20,000 to 35 words was the knowledge, was the vocabulary that more of the adult had. The average of the native test taker at the age of 8 was 10,000 vocabulary, 10,000 words, and 4 years old, 5,000. Many other activities will be carried out in our classroom. We are going to read and discuss story articles, and one of you will be asked to summarize the story with his or her own words. So in this way, we challenge your listening skills and also your speaking skills. We are going to watch and listen to English native speakers, audio files or videos. We are going to focus on pronunciation because I like to repeat at the very beginning of my course that pronunciation is the main problem when you speak English. I have been taught this from the very beginning I start to learn English, because in my high school, at the university, my first language, unfortunately, was French. So we are going to focus also on reading skills. We will share communication skills topics, phrasal verbs, and also role play. Role play is a speaking activity that will be conducted in class. And it consists that each of you or the person who will participate to the role play will be asked to put their feet into someone else's shoes or put their feet into their own shoes, but they behave in an imaginary situation to find themselves in an imaginary situation. Imagine a situation can be at the checking at the airport, looking for lost property at the restaurant, just to give you, some example. We also will share storytelling activity. Storytelling is the ability to tell a story, and it's absolutely important because it's a skill that each person should get better in order to communicate effectively and effectively and connect with other people. We will discover new British expression and video recorded by myself. By the way, I have a YouTube channel and you can find 185 videos. So if you like, you can watch one of these videos. You can scroll, all the video and you can, watch some video. And in this way, you can practice your listening skill. Do you have any question? I can give you an answer. And this is the presentation that I want to share with you. Thank you.